Hello and welcome to Council Action. I'm Russell Inman, and joining us tonight is Jackie Pagano with Ward 7. Now this is kind of a step in for you, Jackie, and I know how much you just love to be in front of the camera.
I know, I'm very excited.
So you're really doing Gerard a big favor by being here tonight.
I am.
So he's new to the council. This was his time to really shine, and you're stealing his spotlight.
I know. I think he's going to do it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
He might be taking my spot.
He'll take your spot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? You've got a really easy meeting to go through, so count yourself blessed tonight.
I am. Boy, yes.
Well, we started off the meeting, as we do, everyone, with the Pledge of Allegiance, had hearings from citizens, jumped into public hearings. Public hearings were pretty simple tonight. There were no long explanations of what's going on, but there were two on the agenda to talk about. One of them was a parking change for the Lowe's parking lot. This is where the Dollar Tree's coming in, and I think they were proposing or requesting from the council to remove 8 more parking spots from the Lowe's parking.
Right, for the new Dollar Tree.
For the Dollar Tree parking.
Yes, and now they'll have 3 entrances actually into the Dollar Tree. And as we know, Lowe's has over 700 parking spots, so taking 8 isn't...
Not a big deal.
No, and that's like unutilized parking for them. So this works out well.
Oh, 3 entrances, that's coming off of...
Halls Ferry and Lindbergh. They'll be able to come in. I think he said he has cross access through the Auto Tire and the Lowe's parking entrance now, and then through the Lindbergh way.
And that public hearing went on to our bills for first reading that passed in 3 votes.
Right.
Okay. The second public hearing was a special use permit. I guess Domino's Pizza is going to be making some changes, not to their pizza, but to their signage.
To the inside, just a re-image, I think, for them. And I think the franchises are doing this nationwide to have a few sit-down, you know, he was talking, 6 seats and a couple booths in there. And there's room inside the building, so nothing will be done to the exterior, but they are going to modernize the interior.
Well, we've seen a lot of these chains kind of doing a re-image or a remodernization. Dairy Queen's been in here a few months ago with their new image. We've all seen the McDonald's and their changes, so I guess they're just kind of following suit. Got to keep up with the times a little bit.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good for them.
That also went into first readings and passed in 3 tonight. You guys were...
We were moving tonight, weren't we?
You were in a mood to get things done.
Yes. Those are such minor changes, so...
Jackie, there was 1 second reading on the agenda tonight. This was a special use permit for Total Tan. They do business as Club Fitness. We've all seen them there on Lindbergh, and they're going to still be on Lindbergh, but they're moving. Right,
and they're taking where the Michaels and Petco were down the street and revamping that, so they're ready to go. I think, you know, when I drive by, they've done a lot to the building, so...
There's going to be a lot more space for them to work in.
Yeah. And prettier, and they've updated that area, so it's good for us.
Good. That passed with the 3rd reading tonight. There were several board appointments. I think you made 1 or 2.
Did. I had a gentleman at our the barbecue, the Ward barbecue, who signed up and wanted to be on the Parks and Recreation Board, which is wonderful. So I was able to appoint him tonight, and the mayor had 2. One for the Traffic Commission and one for the Environmental.
Jackie, if anybody watching wants to serve the city in one of these fashions, how do they find out what's available, what positions they could get involved in, what they might qualify or not qualify for?
Right. You can call your council representative. We can help you. There's booklets the City Hall has that actually gives information for every one of the boards. And we're always looking for help somewhere along the lines and for different interests. So if, you know, I know before I was councilperson, I was on the Citizens Participation Committee. Was it great? You know, you meet once a month, you know, you go over the grant money, you do the Beautiful Home Awards. So there's something for everyone, you know, in the parks. I know Linda Rose is the president of that, and she does a wonderful job on the Parks and Recreation Board, but we go all the way down to the youth. You know, the Youth Advisory Board, just to find fun things, you know, for our youth to do. So, and you can always call City Hall and they'll be able to send you out a book.
Okay, call City Hall. First readings, we talked about the first 2 that passed in 3. There was an ordinance naming Pavilion number 2 at Bangor Park. the Tom and Betty McLaughlin Pavilion. Well, this was interesting. We got to learn a little bit about who Tom and Betty McLaughlin were.
Right. She was the first woman, and then her husband actually
Not the first
served
woman, but the first woman
on the council. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. And you know, it's funny because I've known them since I was a child.
Really?
He had served with my dad,
Okay.
so I remember
Oh, that's
them
neat.
very well. So it's always an honor when you know someone's given so much, you know, to them, to rename something after them. And he had a lot to do with the parks and establishing the parks and rebuilding the parks. What a better way to remember him and the family.
And how neat for both a husband and wife to both serve on the
Right.
city council.
And to give that much time. And, you know, that least we can do is name something after them. So a great honor.
So Pavilion number 2.
Right.
And that was done. That was passed in 3 tonight. No objections. So the next item for first reading, this was an ordinance authorizing an appropriation of $10,000 from the General Revenue Fund. This is professional services, and it was to fund an independent salary survey. That just got postponed to the August 25th meeting.
Exactly.
I think there's some more information coming to the council.
Right.
Then there was the next bill for first reading was also postponed. This was amending Chapter 600, a utility license tax for gas companies, electric companies, water companies, phone companies.
And more information we're waiting to see.
Okay.
What the cut will actually, you know, do to us. Will it hurt or,
Okay.
you know, can we afford it?
And this is talking about a
So-
5%. So this is a cut
Up
from what it is
to-
today.
Right, which is 7%.
7% today. The last item on the bills for first reading, it also passed in 3 tonight. Again, why we said you guys were really on the move.
We were.
An ordinance amending the general revenue fund to reflect $37,500 from asset forfeiture funds to the escrow funds. Long story short with this one, this is to purchase supplies and equipment for the police department. That's what they always do with these forfeiture, these
Right.
seized funds. Have any idea what they were buying?
Yeah,
Sometimes we do.
well, some, they have police vests. It will go for canine training.
Okay.
More training in the police department, I believe, their vehicle equipment that they need. So quite a few things.
And that brings us to council announcements, the fun part of the meeting where we get to see
part.
what's really going on in the city.
know.
So there's been all kinds of things happening in the
Right.
city over the summer.
Yeah.
And a few more to come. Caputa had mentioned the election
Election day.
So not necessarily one of those fun events that we really, just
No, but it
super
seems to be a
excited
big
about.
one.
But
Yes,
there's a
it-
lot of propositions out there that we
Yes,
need to pay
there are.
attention to.
Yes, there are. So a lot of people running. So we're working very hard on this campaign. So everyone needs to get out and vote. That is our right, as citizens. Need to go do it.
It was mentioned that Cannolis is celebrating 20 years in business. so
Yeah, good
to
for
give them
him.
a
I
little
know
bit of a
Tom
plug.
and Laurie well, so really happy for them.
I think the mayor mentioned an ice cream social coming up at,
Although
I
he
don't remember
did,
what date he mentioned, but
it is, July 30th.
July 30th.
It is Wednesday night, and it will be down, by the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate, the mayor kept getting the movie wrong, which the movie is Frozen.
Right.
And it's not an ice cream social. I believe it is snow cones.
Snow
because
cone
yes,
social.
those
Okay.
lovely snow cones. Because I know I'm bringing the machine. So I didn't want to tell him.
Didn't
I
wanna
think
correct him right
I
then.
didn't.
This is a
No,
better
I didn't
time.
want to do
It's-
that.
it's
so
a snow cone
it's
social.
Snow cone social. Goes right with the movie with
Frozen.
Frozen.
Makes good sense.
So it should be a great event. So in the Wednesday nights, those are always fun, and you see a lot of people that you know. And this one, especially for the kids, they put it on the back of the wall at the shrine. And
Yeah.
it's really nice.
And then dog days at Coke Park were
Yes.
mentioned.
Yes.
I got a neighbor that
Those-
loves to bring her dogs out to that.
Yeah. Mine would probably not behave. So they're going to stay in their own little kiddie pool in the backyard.
Well, Jackie, what else is going on in Ward 7 or in Florissant that you'd like to talk about today?
CVS is moving right along.
They are.
And working really quick. Last I heard, they would like to be open in October, which is pretty fast.
They're moving.
But they have the walls up, so that's good.
There's
lot
lots of
is-
development going on.
Yeah.
With CVS going up, the Walmart has got their construction started.
Right.
We've got the Culvers that was passed a couple weeks ago, so they're going to be
new
kicking.
things.
Florissant's got some construction going on.
Yeah, this is all great, though. Good for us. And so a lot of street repairs going on now. You know, I just had Durhacky was just resurfaced, and they're doing St. Anthony today. They started that, and a lot of the side streets have been done. So, you know, things are just looking up.
Good, good.
You know, and the weather's been gorgeous. I mean, who can't be happy here?
Well said. Well said. Well, Jackie, thanks for your time for this
thank
council
you.
action. Thanks for stepping in for Gerard.
Thank you.
I'm sure he appreciated it, and I'm sure he's going to owe you one.
That's right.
Okay?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Anytime.
This has been Council Action. I'm Russell Lindman. We look forward to seeing you next time.